All right, Bitcoin holders, welcome back to another brand new video. Hope you guys are all doing well. I mean, you guys must be doing well because Bitcoin has reclaimed $120,000. In fact, it actually went a bit higher than that. It actually did go back up to $121,000. So, man, it is looking pretty good right now for Bitcoin. Okay, since Bitcoin is now back beyond 120. That means, guys, it is not too far off from reaching back up to its previous highs of $124,000, even reaching new all-time highs. I told you guys many times for the past few days, okay, be ready for October, okay, October, this month, and in general, be ready for, this quarter for this year in 2025, right, Q4, because it's going to be massive, guys. We know October is one of the most bullish months for Bitcoin, and November as well, guys. Okay, we can't forget about November. So I hope you guys are ready, okay, because Bitcoin, I truly do believe, okay, Bitcoin will be reaching back up to its previous highs and even reaching new all-time highs. I would not be surprised if we do see Bitcoin reaching new all-time highs in the next upcoming like few days or even few weeks. Okay, it is very possible, guys. Okay, very possible. So in today's video, yes, I want to give you guys an update on Bitcoin, show you guys what is happening right now for Bitcoin. And there is, in fact, a fair few charts that I do want to show you guys. Okay, so yes, guys. Okay, Bitcoin has finally went back up to $120,000. This is absolutely amazing to see. As I told you guys in yesterday's video, I even posted about this on X, right? When Bitcoin was going back up to like 116 to 117, I told you guys, is it possible that we will see Bitcoin going back up to $120,000? And here we are a few hours later, and Bitcoin is down back at 120. So it is absolutely amazing to see. Okay, Bitcoin reclaiming back up to 120. Right, it's been a minute since we have seen Bitcoin at this price level, but it's finally here. Okay, and yes, like I said, it is not too far off now from its previous highs of 124, and there is potential, like I said, that we will see Bitcoin reaching new all-time highs. I told you guys many times, okay, that Bitcoin will be reaching new all-time highs in Q4 this year in 2025. And look, it's not too far from doing that. Okay, it really isn't, guys. So Bitcoin holders, I hope you guys are ready. Okay, here's the Bitcoin price, 120 right now. Okay, so yeah, like I said, we did actually see Bitcoin earlier this morning, okay, reaching as high as $121,000. It did in fact have this little correction back down to the downside, back down below 120, went down to 119, but it is now bouncing back up. Okay, you guys can clearly see that back up to 120. So yeah, Bitcoin is still holding up very well, guys. We know Bitcoin for the past few days has in fact been rising back up to the upside, right, gaining back its momentum. And yeah, it is looking absolutely amazing for Bitcoin so far for this month in October, guys, or should I say October. Like, October is truly here, guys. Okay, and understand, it's not just Bitcoin that is moving. Okay, altcoins are also moving as well. I must say, it is in fact looking pretty good right now for alts as well, not just for Bitcoin. And I do believe, okay, altcoins will skyrocket as well. Okay, it's not going to stop here, guys. I do believe alt season will go crazy. So I hope you guys are, excited for that, right? So yeah, the crypto market tonight is still looking, pretty good. Okay, everything is holding up pretty well. The crypto total market cap is still above 4 trillion, which is always nice to see. But yeah, past 24 hours, Bitcoin is up. Okay, it's up slightly 1%, and look at it, right, for the week. Okay, it's up 10%. Absolutely amazing to see. Ethereum's up 2% today, and for the week, it's up over 14%, almost 15%, guys, for Ethereum. Great. Okay, it's absolutely amazing to see as well. And yeah, fair few alts today, right? You can clearly see the list goes on. Some alts today are in fact in the reds. Okay, it's normal to see these corrections. Past few days, a lot of altcoins have in fact been pumping, so it's understandable why we are in fact seeing some corrections right now for altcoins, but some alts are still in the greens today, guys. Okay, you guys can clearly see that. So overall, looking pretty good for the crypto market so far. And yeah, Bitcoin monthly returns, we are still in the greens, of course, and we are up over 5%. So we are still holding very, very well above 5%. Yesterday, I believe this was up like over 6%. So it's gone down a little bit, but we are still looking very, very good for October, guys. Okay, so far, and Q4 is still looking absolutely amazing as well for Bitcoin. Look at Ethereum, it's up, 8% already for Q4. Okay, and I do believe, of course, it's going to be going much, much higher. That look at Ethereum back in Q3, it was up over 66%. Absolutely insane. And I do believe Ethereum, like I've been telling us many times, will be reaching new all-time highs. We did in fact see, Ethereum reaching a new high of like $4.9 thousand a couple weeks back. Okay, and of course I had that correction, but I do believe, Ethereum has so much potential to, reach back up to like 4.9K, okay, even reaching 5K and reaching new record highs. That is coming, guys. So Ethereum holders, I hope you guys are ready. I do believe Ethereum will be moving as well. In fact, there is in fact a chart tonight that I do want to show you guys for Ethereum, because man, Ethereum, I truly do believe has the potential to reach at least, 6K to 7K, maybe 8K, right? And a lot of people are saying, we're going to see Ethereum reaching $10,000. Yeah, we'll have to see about that for this cycle. But guys, get ready, because I do believe Ethereum is ready to reach new all-time highs, 100%. So I hope you guys are ready for that. But yeah, you also clearly see Bitcoin has closed October, okay, green in 10 of the past 12 years. Okay, October is real. So yeah, October is truly a real thing, guys. And like I said many times, historically, October is one of the best performing months for Bitcoin. For some reason, Bitcoin just performs the best in October. Okay, it really, really does, guys. And you guys clearly see that over the years, right? In the month of October, we have seen a lot of greens. It was in fact in the reds, okay, twice back in 2018 and in 2014, but the rest were in the greens. Okay, you guys clearly see that. So I'm expecting big, big moves happening for Bitcoin in the next upcoming few days, even in the next few weeks. Okay, this month in general, and of course next month in November, because you guys clearly see November is a pretty decent month for Bitcoin as well. I say decent, it's actually amazing. Okay, December is decent actually, right? It's 50-50, some reds and some greens, okay? But October and November are some amazing months for Bitcoin. So Bitcoin holders, be ready for that. Okay, the next upcoming few weeks, it's going to be massive. I truly do believe Bitcoin is going to be going parabolic, and it will be forming gold candles. So be ready for that, because new all-time highs are coming, guys. Now, I came across this and it says here, do you think Bitcoin will cross $150,000 in 2025? Easily. Personally, okay, I think we will easily see Bitcoin reaching $150,000. I think this is an easy target for Bitcoin. Like, this is nothing. I feel like Bitcoin will easily reach 150, and it's not going to stop there. I don't think this is going to be the top, okay? Some people out there are saying that, for this bull cycle, right, for this bull market, Bitcoin is going to be reaching, 150, and that's going to be the cycle top for this bull cycle. But personally, I don't think 150 is going to be the top. I think Bitcoin has so much more potential to go much, much higher. If you guys have been watching my videos, right, for the longest time now, I've been telling you guys many, many times for this bull cycle, this bull market that we're currently in right now, I personally think Bitcoin can reach at least 190 to 200K and beyond. I think that is very, very realistic. Okay, but understand, guys, no one out there knows where the top is going to be for Bitcoin. For example, in the last bull cycle back in 2021, during that bull market, a lot of Bitcoiners were predicting that Bitcoin was going to be reaching like 100K during that bull cycle. Clearly it didn't, and it went as high as like 69K. It didn't even reach 70K. So a lot of predictions were wrong in the last bull cycle. So we will have to see, okay, about this cycle. But personally, guys, I'm still sticking with, 190 to $200,000 and beyond, right? Now, getting into these charts, guys, and this chart is pretty interesting because it just shows us that the bottom is pretty much in for Bitcoin, okay? So it says here, Bitcoin historically bottoms in September, Since 2016, Bitcoin has bottomed 7 times in September. Last month, BTC dropped around $170,000, and since then, it's up 12%. Historically, this means BTC bottom is most likely in, and it won't go lower than $107,000. Let's see, how this plays out. So yeah, pretty interesting. It pretty much just shows you guys that usually in September, that is usually the bottom, and after September, it skyrockets, right? We enter, October, November, right, in general Q4, that's when Bitcoin skyrockets, and we have seen that, right, for the past few years, right? History doesn't exactly repeat itself, but it does rhyme. But yeah, I do believe the bottom is in for Bitcoin 100%. I don't think we will see Bitcoin going back below $110,000. Okay, I don't see what can actually make Bitcoin to drop that much. Okay, especially in Q4, one of the most bullish, times for Bitcoin, right? So understand, guys, the bottom is pretty much in, and Bitcoin is ready to skyrocket back up to its previous highs of 124, even reaching new highs. So I hope you guys are truly ready for that. Okay, now looking at this chart, okay, Bitcoin rally soon. BTC is approaching the blue line of the power law corridor once again. Past breakouts have led to massive rallies. So yeah, this is actually pretty interesting. Okay, so you guys clearly see with this blue line, okay, the power law corridor. Once Bitcoin, okay, does approach this blue line, usually we do in fact see a breakout happening for Bitcoin. Okay, we have seen that in the past. Okay, you guys clearly see that, right? Many times, a fair few times over the years. In different, bull cycles, right? The first cycle, right over here. So if you guys can see that, there you go. So this is the first cycle. We saw this happening. We saw a breakout. Same with the second cycle. We saw a breakout. And of course, the third cycle, we saw a breakout. So this time around, okay, why would it be different? So understand, guys, like I said, Bitcoin is going to have a beautiful breakout. And I hope you guys are truly ready for this, because it's going to be happening and it's going to shock a lot of people. I'm telling you guys right now, FOMO will kick in, right? But yeah, this is pretty much what's going to be happening for Bitcoin, guys, right? It's going to be reaching a peak. Okay, like I said, no one knows where the top is exactly going to be for Bitcoin for this bull cycle. I said, personally, I think we will see Bitcoin reaching at least 190 to $200,000, and maybe a bit higher than that to like 210, 220, maybe 250. Okay, we'll have to see, right? But yeah, it is very possible that we do see these price targets happening for Bitcoin. And then, like I said many times, guys, right, and I talked a little bit about this in yesterday's video, we will see some type of bear market happening next year in 2026. Remember, guys, okay, it is a 4-year cycle. So remember, in 2026, we should be seeing a bear market. We should be entering a bear market, and that's when Bitcoin is going to drop back down to the downside, and that's when altcoins will drop as well. So if you guys are someone out there that is trading, crypto, especially altcoins and whatnot, I suggest you guys to take some profits. Okay, in fact, to take a majority of your profits this quarter, right? This fourth quarter of 2025, right, in Q4, where we are right now. Okay, because usually, these bull markets, okay, these bull cycles usually do end in Q4. Okay, like back in 2021, for example, during that bull market, it ended in early of November, right? So I think you guys should for sure, take some profits. Okay, for me personally, right, I'm going to be taking some profits, especially with altcoins for Bitcoin. I'm going to be holding it, right? I'm not going to be selling it. I truly do have diamond hands for Bitcoin, but I will be 100% diamond handing Bitcoin. You guys may think that's a dumb idea, but for me, I'm going to do that, and I can avoid tax because taxing in Australia, it is too high. It's actually ridiculous, right? But my plan is to sell all of my Ethereum. Okay, I do have a bag of Ethereum. You guys have seen, right, in the past, even recently, I have sold some of my Ethereum and swapped it, right, for Casper. Okay, I pretty much swapped some of my Ethereum for Casper. And I will continue to do that, of course, right? But I do want to take majority of my profits with Ethereum, and I'm ready for Ethereum to reach new highs so I can slowly DCA out, right? And slowly take some money off the table. So if you guys want to take some profits, I highly suggest you guys to do it soon, right? I feel like that's very, very important. We need to control our, emotions and to not be too greedy. I'm pretty sure we have learned that the hard way, right? Because everyone that pretty much didn't sell, okay, their altcoins, especially in the last bull cycle, you're going to be round tripping it, okay? And majority of these altcoins that we aren't seeing right now, they're not going to go back up to, their previous highs, like in 2021. So I'm pretty sure we have learned our lesson on that, okay? But there is one altcoin that I am holding, and that's Casper, right? Long term. You guys know that. But yeah, I came across this, and this is actually very, very interesting. So it says here, I now own 0.1 BTC. Okay, so it says here, that's it. I know you guys most probably have much more, but this is a massive milestone for me and my family. I will keep growing my BTC step by step, and hopefully it will help my kids 10 to 20 years from today. Now, yes, this is truly a big deal. Owning 0.1 Bitcoin, owning 10% of a Bitcoin is a big deal. Okay, it really, really is, guys, right? If you guys are watching this video right now, you guys need to understand it is actually very, very important to own at least 10% of a Bitcoin. I actually do believe owning 0.1 Bitcoin is going to be a massive deal down in the future. Today, right, it's not really a big deal, right? It really, really isn't. Seeing someone owning 0.1 Bitcoin, it's not a huge deal, but I really do believe, like, for example, 15 years from now, 20 years from now, I think owning 0.1 Bitcoin is going to be a big deal. It's going to be a massive deal. We know Bitcoin, this digital asset, will be worth $1 million. We know Bitcoin is going to be going to $1 million. We know that. Okay. Majority of us know this is where Bitcoin's going to be heading down in the future. Of course, I'm talking long term here, right? Maybe sooner than 10 years. Okay. We're going to see Bitcoin reaching $1 million. I think this is very, very possible in less than 10 years' time. It's very possible. Okay. And it's not going to stop there, guys. You guys need to understand it's going to be reaching millions of dollars per Bitcoin. Okay. Millions of dollars per Bitcoin one day. I'm talking $3 million, $5 million, even $10 million, $12 million, you name it. So for you to own 0.1 Bitcoin, okay, and let's just say Bitcoin's worth, $10 million and beyond, that's $1 million right there. So you can become a Bitcoin millionaire one day just by owning 10% of a Bitcoin, just 0.1 Bitcoin. You can become a Bitcoin millionaire in the future, guys. We know this asset, okay, will be worth $10 million and beyond. It is very, very possible. Of course, guys, I am talking long term, right? And I truly do believe, like I said, in less than a decade, I think Bitcoin will easily reach $1 million. I think it's going to be over $1 million, 100%, guys. Okay, Bitcoin is the most scarce asset out there, guys. Okay, there is not enough Bitcoins to go around for everyone. Everyone wants to own a full Bitcoin, even a percentage of Bitcoins, and there's just not enough, guys. The adoption for Bitcoin has been going crazy, as we all know, right? Countries are buying it, states, governments, companies, institutions, they're all accumulating Bitcoin. They understand why they need to own Bitcoin, right? Because it's the best, store of value. So, guys, if you are someone out there that is watching this video right now and you don't own 0.1 Bitcoin, try your best to get to 0.1 Bitcoin. Understand why you need to own 0.1 Bitcoin at least. Now, let's just say, right, you finally reach 0.1 Bitcoin. That was your goal, right? That was your original goal ever since you started, DCAing or investing into Bitcoin. You finally reached that goal of owning 0.1 Bitcoin. Does that mean you should stop stacking Bitcoin, stacking Satoshis? No, I don't think you should stop. You should, stack for a lifetime, for as long as you possibly can, consistently, especially, right? So, guys, not financial advice. Always do your own research, but that's just my personal opinion. Okay, so this guy, whoever this person is, I have huge, huge respect to this person. He is now owned 0.1 Bitcoin, okay? And down in the future, not many people can get to 0.1 Bitcoin. And 0.1 Bitcoin, like I said, down in the future is going to be a big deal. So I'm proud of this person. I really, really am. He is setting himself up for the future, and not just him, but for his family and his kids, right? So amazing to see. Okay. But yeah, this is the Ethereum chart that I do quickly want to show you guys. So yeah, like I said earlier, I do believe Ethereum will for sure be reaching new all-time highs. Like I said, okay, we did in fact see, Ethereum a couple of weeks ago reaching a new high of like $4,900. Couldn't quite get to 5K, but it will. Okay. But yeah, this chart, it's just showing us that, Ethereum, okay, will soon have a target of $6,900, pretty much $7,000. So you guys can see right over here, Ethereum bull flag. So weekly bull flag pattern forming on Ethereum. A breaker could send a price towards $6,900. I think that's possible. I think it is very possible that we can see Ethereum, reaching 5K, 5.5 to 6K to 7K to 8K to even 10K, like what a lot of people are predicting for Ethereum. So Ethereum holders, be prepared for that. I cannot wait. And yeah, I'm going to be taking my profits. So that is that. Yeah, also guys, look at this. Okay, so BNB just set a new all-time high at $1,100. So today, right, BNB actually did reach a new all-time high of $1,100. Let's have a look here. Okay, we know BNB has been skyrocketing, and yeah, look at that. Right, let's go to the daily time frame. Absolutely amazing. Look at that, guys. $1,100 for BNB. Okay, and BNB, did in fact reach new highs. It reached $1,000, had a little correction back down to 900, right? But it did in fact bounce back up even stronger. Okay, will BNB go higher? Yes, it will. I think it will. So that's great to see, right, from BNB. Okay. But yeah, a lot of these altcoins, this fourth quarter in 2025 will be reaching new highs. So I hope you guys are ready for that, especially Bitcoin. Okay, so that is that, guys. But yeah, I appreciate all you guys for watching today's video. Give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. That is always much appreciated. And yeah, we'll catch you guys all in my next video. Have a good one, guys.